The Nightbeat starts right now.
You can see it right there as the rain came down. The cameras came out. KSAT viewers capturing the moments the weather swept through, the wind swaying trees and even sending rain to move sideways.
KSAT viewers also capturing the moment lightning touched down in San Antonio. Take a look. Some viewers snapping a photo at a distance, others finding themselves closer to the action, too close for comfort. Lightning also believed to have caused a house fire on the northwest side of town. Fire could be seen shooting from the roof.
That's right. More than a dozen firefighters called to respond to this home on Timbercrest. This isn't far from Tessel Road and Grissom Road. Fortunately, no one was at home at the time of the fire and no one was injured. The lightning strike suspected of causing about $150,000 worth of damage to the home.
On a day when many were able to take a break from work, it seems Mother Nature did not this Labor Day.
Sure didn't. Meteorologist Adam Caskey joining us in the studio tonight with the latest.
Yeah, we still have a few thousand CPS customers, by the way, without power. A lot of them actually in the Chavano Park area. You look at the radar over the past 6 hours, you see the activity stretching from Hallettsville into parts of Gonzales County, then especially along and north of Highway 90. I'll play it for you one more time. You see all that lightning associated with the showers and thunderstorms. Really, by and large, nothing severe out there or damaging earlier today. Just some heavy rainfall, a lot of lightning and thunder, and some smaller pea-sized hail. Currently, you look at the radar, and there really isn't much left. Just a few sprinkles and light showers. Not much movement to them, but you see in this animation here over the past hour that they really are dissipating rather quickly. Still some wet roadways, however, and I think our sky will be clearing for the rest of the night tonight. Here's a look at the rainfall totals today. Wherever you see these colors on the map, the blue, green, and yellow, that indicates where we got rainfall as detected by Doppler radar. Fair Oaks Ranch, 2.5 inches. Just on the south side of Bernie, 2.32. Helotes, 0.8 of an inch. Alamo Ranch, nearly 0.9 of an inch. Then you get to the east side, New Berlin, well, not so much, just a few hundredths of an inch. Chavano Park, about 1/4 of an inch. Tomorrow morning at the bus stop, back to work, back to school, partly cloudy, temperatures in the low 70s to start the day tomorrow. We'll be back to talk about the rest of the week and a benchmark we hit today in the aquifer and our rain where it fell over the aquifer coming up.
Thanks very much, Adam. A reminder, you can send us your weather photos online. Just log on to ksat.com/pins. After safely taking your photo, you can share what you're seeing right now outside your window.
To the latest on the pandemic continues to claim lives. One first responder who served the city of Austin is being remembered here in the Alamo City.
That's firefighter Rodney Kelly. He passed away after contracting the virus while on the job. He was with the Austin Fire Department for 20 years. Tonight, his visitation is held at Porter Loring Mortuary here in San Antonio. Porter Loring Mortuary. Firefighters in Austin and San Antonio gathered for tonight's visitation. Kelly spent 15 days on a ventilator before he passed away. His funeral is set to begin tomorrow at 12:30 at the Coker United Methodist Church. Kelly, one of several first responders to have died recently from COVID-19. Gonzales County Sheriff Robert Eklund passed away after battling the virus. The Fredericksburg native took the sheriff's post after retiring from the Texas Department of Public Safety. And just last week, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office announced one of their own, Deputy Ronald Butler, also died after a battle with COVID-19.
Now, we expect to get an update on the pandemic here at home tomorrow. Right now, our positivity rate stands at 10.6%. And we should see how that changes tomorrow. Our 7-day average showed 1,100 cases per day and a little more than 1,200 patients in the hospital battling COVID-19. We'll be at tomorrow's COVID-19 briefing to bring you an update during our 6 o'clock newscast. And a former COVID-19 patient is pushing to make progress more than a year after his diagnosis. We told you San Antonio nurse practitioner Justin Vine spent 56 days in a coma after he contracted the virus.
We've been working on the walking and everything, and then a lot of times I can walk without a cane. I never thought I would be where I'm at today, or I'd be able to get back to this spot. At that time, it was a big mountain to climb.
Justin has also returned to work as a pediatric nurse practitioner and says that they've been extremely busy during this current COVID surge. He encourages those who can to get the vaccine. Justin and his family received their shots earlier this year.
With Labor Day marking the unofficial end to summer, how are tourism-dependent businesses faring this second year into the pandemic? The night team's Patty Santos went downtown to try and find out.
But 2021 has been really good. We budgeted to be about 25% off of 2019, but we are ahead of 2019 at this point.
Davis Phillips' company runs popular attractions across the street from the Alamo. He says they've seen some record attendance this summer.
The leisure side of the industry has responded really pretty strongly, and now we're anticipating conventions and meetings and business travel begin to come back as well this fall.
Beverly Johnson, here for a conference, feels the city's been a good advocate for promoting safety.
In terms of mandatory masks that the hotel staff have and different things that their safety protocol, we felt comfortable at least being in that facility and trying to keep all of our attendees safe.
For others traveling from across the border or nearby states, it feels good to be out of lockdown.
Border travel has opened up a little bit. There still are some precautions that we need to take to travel, but for the most part, it is trending to be better. So we're very excited and glad to be here.
We've been spending a lot of our money outside of our state, in Texas, yes, and in Colorado, because we've been allowed to.
Visit San Antonio says that spending is showing. Hotel occupancy was up 74% in July, with a consistent increase all summer. July just 3.5% shy of what San Antonio experienced pre-pandemic. 23 conventions are on the books for the year, expected to bring in $100 million for our economy.
That tax revenue goes to the public schools, our fire departments, our police departments, our EMT, our bridges, our streets and sanitation. So we want this business and we need this business to continue in 2021.
Amid the surge, 2 conferences have already canceled. Tourism advocates say it is so important that our community keep COVID numbers low to ensure that other future conferences don't cancel. And by the way, San Antonio beat out Dallas and Houston in the number of visitors in July. Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
Patty, thank you. Vaccine pop-up clinics are set to start back up again tomorrow in San Antonio. This after taking a break on Labor Day. We have a full list on KSAT.com. You can also sign up for a free shot with your local pharmacy.
San Antonio police still sorting through the details of a deadly shooting this Labor Day. Police speaking with a father and son in the case. The shooting happened on Culebra Road between Bandera and General McMullen around 9 this morning. Witnesses told investigators there was a fight in the area when someone pulled up in a vehicle before shooting. One man was shot 4 times and later died. An identity has not been publicly released. A giant ball of fire leading to an explosive discovery. It's not clear how this car ended up on fire, but San Antonio police confirmed the car was stolen and believe 2 stolen air conditioners may also have been inside. One officer on the scene was blown back after an explosion. That officer expected to be okay. First responders called to the scene just after 1 this morning on Larkspur Drive. That's on the city's north side, not far from West Avenue and Lock Hill, Selma.
Now to the chaos in Afghanistan. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is set to testify before a Senate committee about the U.S. withdrawal from the country. Blinken will appear before the committee on Tuesday, September 14th. The U.S. has drawn international criticism over the chaotic withdrawal from Afghanistan. The White House said Sunday there are still roughly 100 U.S. citizens in Afghanistan, and officials are working to get them out. The State Department saying 4 American citizens safely evacuated from Afghanistan across a land border. The Taliban was apparently aware of their journey and did not block them. But a North Afghanistan airport, it's a different story.
It's grim, quite candidly. They were in good spirits when they went up there a couple days ago. But now, like I said, they have had to switch locations because they were in danger.
The Taliban is claiming victory over an area north of Kabul. The fighting group known as the National Resistance Front denies the claim. But if true, it's the first time that that area, long resistant to Taliban control, has fallen.
One of the 13 service members killed during the withdrawal from Afghanistan is South Texas native and Marine Lance Corporal David Lee Espinosa. The 20-year-old is from Laredo. He will lie in state at the Joe Jackson North Funeral Chapel from 8 a.m. to midnight on Sunday. A funeral mass will take place the next day on September 13th. Since 2001, more than 7,000 service members lost their lives in Iraq and Afghanistan. And right here in Military City, USA, one military mother is sharing her experience about the 9/11 attacks and how they not only impacted her, but also the rest of her family. We hear from the Gold Star mother tomorrow on the Nightbeat.
A potentially deadly situation intensifying in California where 3 more fires have sparked up. Still ahead on the Nightbeat, the shift in operations.
The 2-dose COVID-19 vaccine expected to add an additional dose, but not before it gets approval from top health officials. The timeline that's now closing in.
And more legal battles expected for the Texas abortion law. The fight from federal prosecutors next on the Nightbeat. Federal prosecutors are focusing in on Texas and its new law on abortion. The Justice Department saying it is exploring options when it comes to challenging the law. In the meantime, Attorney General Merrick Garland says that the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act, also known as the FACE Act, will be enforced. The federal law prohibits making threats against patients and providers of reproductive health services. It also makes it a felony to physically obstruct clinic entrances or damage property. The Texas abortion law restricts abortion procedures to happen before a woman enters her 6th week of pregnancy. It also allows people to file a lawsuit against those who they suspect may be getting an abortion after that time period. A state judge barred some potential lawsuits ahead of a hearing scheduled for later this month. And an update on those booster shots. We know that those with severely weakened immune systems can get them, but the rest of the U.S. will have to wait. The Biden administration is hoping to start getting those booster shots out by September 20th. Moderna just finished submitting its data on booster doses to the FDA on Friday. Pfizer submitted its data, but it won't be a review is not expected until September 17th. It's unclear if Pfizer will get its approval by the September 20th target date.
New video out of California where firefighters are battling 3 new wildfires. Concerns now growing about additional threats there, just as crews were making progress on the Caldor fire burning in the Lake Tahoe area.
New fires always take precedence because we don't want, another large fire.
In Southern California, the Aruba fire now burning in San Diego County. In Northern California, crews battling a fire in Amador County near the Caldor fire. And further north in Placer County, the Bridge fire forcing evacuations. Now to the massive cleanup after Hurricane Ida. President Joe Biden first visited Louisiana on Friday. Tomorrow, he is set to get a first-hand look at the damage in the northeastern part of the country. In Louisiana, nearly 500,000 people still do not have power. Some areas remain difficult to reach. ABC's Elwin Lopez is in Laplace, Louisiana.
Here in Laplace, Louisiana, anywhere you look, you see blue tarps, and those houses without them, they're fixing them. They're working on getting those blue tarps. We know that in New Orleans, they have several centers open to give out that material so that people can cover their roofs before rain moves in. Now, even though New Orleans was under a dangerous flash flood warning, they don't expect to get a lot of rain overnight and into tomorrow. So right now, what people here are focused on are getting that fixed so that they can stay in their houses. Lots of people still without power, without running water. We spoke to one woman that lives not too far from here, and she said that she had to go to Atlanta to be able to take a shower. It took her 8 hours to drive there, and she was only able to find gas in Gulfport, Mississippi. This is what some people are going through here as they try to get these cleanup efforts underway and move back into their homes. Elwin Lopez, ABC News, Laplace, Louisiana.
Taking a look out across the city. Of course, this Labor Day was a pretty wet day, but I say let's not sleep on the heat, though.
It was hot until the rain started.
But check this out. If you didn't have a grill to grill your burgers, you probably could have threw a patty on a sidewalk.
Sizzle.
Well, the water would have probably washed it off. But
well, before, when we had the peak heating and the bright sunshine earlier today, then the rainfall moved in and really cooled everybody down and extinguished a few barbecue grills out there. So let's take a look at our weather headlines. I do want to point out we have a few more showers in the forecast just for a few days in the 7-day forecast. A slight chance tomorrow and then much farther down the line. We did hit our benchmark today. It was our first 100-degree day of the year. Officially, Sam is clapping. I think he just wanted to get it out of the way. And it does go down in the record books as the latest first 100-degree day on the calendar. But remember, we had 23 years where we didn't even hit it. A drop in the humidity is coming soon. We're going to have more heat, but at least we'll have a little drop in the humidity, so it'll feel a little more desert-like in terms of that 100-degree heat. All right, let's take a look at the aquifer zones. I like to show you this map. We love to get the rain right on that purple section that goes right through the middle there. That purple section, the recharge zone, that's really the sweet spot. And check this out. Yes, we got some good rainfall right along there earlier today, particularly in the vicinity of I-10 from about UTSA, La Cantera, the Rim, northward all the way to Fair Oaks Ranch and Bernie. That's where we had some radar estimates of 2 to 3 inches and even some measurements of over 2 inches from local rain gauges. But this should be good for the aquifer. It should give it a little bit of a boost. Of course, it takes some time for it to respond, but I anticipate a little boost by tomorrow. And then hopefully again, as we get into Wednesday, it just keeps rising a little bit from that rainfall. Time will tell for us what kind of response it has, but it should respond at least a little bit. We have this stationary boundary that's been draped overhead, and that's one of the reasons why we had the showers and thunderstorms today. A lot of instability, but that acts as kind of the focal point to kickstart the showers and storms. And right now we have some areas of light rain, but very light in nature, and gradually it's just all coming to an end here. Hurricane Larry, Category 3 hurricane. Looks like this will slide just east of Bermuda and then head northward and steer clear of the United States and really any land out there. Bermuda's got to play it safe, but it looks like it's going to be east of them. As for this area of disturbed weather, a little cluster of thunderstorms near the Yucatan Peninsula, this could move into the eastern Gulf in the days ahead. There's the off chance it could turn into our next tropical system, but it looks like that would be veering away from us anyway. And right now, odds are pretty slim. At the airport, officially 1/1700ths of an inch of rain, but other parts of town picked up well over an inch. Our high temperature today, there it is, 100. 2 degrees shy of the record, 102 set back in 1908. Right now we're at 75, a little bit of light rain, but not enough to really cause the lens to get all blurry or anything. It's just light sprinkle activity. Of course, high humidity, and that humidity could actually lead to a little bit of fog here and there in the morning, but I don't anticipate anything widespread. For the most part, low to mid 70s right now. Converse 73, Port SA 76, Bernie an even 70, Canyon Lake 74, Pleasanton's at 80, and where we didn't get the rain, we're still well into the 80s. That includes Del Rio at 88, Cotulla at 87 degrees. And we'll start the day tomorrow, most of us in the lower 70s, about 72 degrees. Mixture of sun and clouds throughout the day, 20% chance of a few pop-up showers by the afternoon, right up near 100 tomorrow, the rest of the week and into the weekend. Here's the key. This is the good news. You'll notice a big drop in the humidity. That's by Wednesday all the way through Saturday. During the afternoon hours, when we're at our hottest, at least at that point, you'll notice the dew points dropping down into the 40s and 50s. So a lack of humidity with that heat and nothing but sunshine.
Well, at least people can jump in the pool later on this week. Cool off a little bit.
Right. Don't have to worry about the lightning or anything either.
Thank you, Adam.
Well, Greg Simmons joins us now. And Greg, the Cowboys will be without a major piece when they take on the defending champs.
Yeah, and they're just keeping their fingers crossed. It's not going to affect more on this team because they don't actually come back to practice until Wednesday. So we'll see what happens with the COVID tests that were conducted today. The Cowboys are shorthanded, and it is a big name who is out of the lineup for the season opener. And the big game on this Friday night may surprise you coming up.
Well, Tyrod Taylor will start for us at quarterback, for sure.
It's not like Texans head coach David Culley had a lot of options, even with Deshaun Watson still on their roster in big board sports. But first,
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Week 1 of the NFL season is finally here. The Dallas Cowboys will be the first to step on the field in 2021 when they face the defending Super Bowl champion, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, in Tampa this Thursday. When they do, they will be shorthanded after it was announced on Sunday that All-Pro and Pro Bowl lineman Zach Martin will miss the season opener after testing positive for COVID-19. And now the fear is the team will lose more players due to contact tracing. For Ezekiel Elliott, who's coming off his worst season as a pro and is looking to make amends, knows how much Martin means to this team and to him personally.
Zach's the best player in the offense. Most runs, they coming back behind him. Even last year, we were battling some injuries. He moved him to right tackle, and I mean, he's still, excelled at right tackle. So, I mean, his talent is, you can't speak about him enough.
Now, as you heard at the top of the broadcast, Texans coach David Culley making his decision official that Tyrod Taylor will be the starting quarterback when the Texans kick off their 2021 season at home against Jacksonville Jaguars this Sunday. Deshaun Watson is still on his roster but has not played in one preseason game while being investigated by the Houston Police Department and the NFL after 22 women filed civil lawsuits against the Pro Bowl quarterback for sexual assault and inappropriate conduct during massages, 10 of which have now filed criminal complaints. What has Culley seen in Taylor that makes him believe he can lead this team?
I have seen him a little bit more going into his 11th year now. I've seen him a little bit more vocal than he has been. He's gone through some things the last 2 years, and I think those experiences have helped him to this point to be able to put him in a position to help lead our football team as he did 3 years ago when I was with him in Buffalo.
Kickoff in NRG Stadium on Sunday is set for 12 noon. The UTSA Roadrunners are coming off arguably their biggest win in school history this weekend after they were able to score their first win over a Big Ten team and only their second win ever against a Power 5 team when they beat Illinois. And what made it even more remarkable is they did it on the road. They never trailed. Quarterback Frank Harris got the scoring off with a 9-yard run. Right behind him, Brendan Brady with a 7-yard touchdown to jump out to a 14-0 lead. After the Fighting Illini cut that lead to 3 in the fourth quarter, Harris went to the air to find Zachary Franklin, 19-yard touchdown toss, and later Brady added his second touchdown on the ground, this time from 33 yards out in the 37-30 victory. One to remember for the triangle of toughness.
I'm happy for my kids, but one thing I really want to stress is the crowd here was so fantastic tonight. It was so hard in that student section, their band. It was a home field crowd. When we get back next week, the Alamo Dome's got to be rocking. We've got a great, great football team. We've got some great local kids that are good humans, and we need that Alamo Dome full so those kids can see how much San Antonio loves their players.
It means a lot. I mean, it just shows that, if we buy into the culture, that we're capable of doing things like this. And, just going out there every day and practice, competing against one another. And I was actually showing now going against opponents in a big-time opponent like this. So it's just a great thing for the program.
All right, UTSA's home opener will be this Saturday at 5 against Lamar in that Alamo Dome-less packet. The big game and our big game coverage Friday night next. Here we go. The big game and our big game coverage this Friday night is about two surprising early unbeatens. The McCollum Cowboys against the Somerset Bulldogs. The Cowboys are coming off back-to-back victories against South San and Austin Navarro, where they scored a combined 91 points while giving up only 13. The Somerset Bulldogs are coming off arguably the biggest upset to start the high school football season, the 10-6 victory over Southside, holding Nebraska commit Richard Torres to just 163 yards in the air, giving new head coach Coy Detmer his second win after their comeback victory over Brack and after taking over for his late father, Sonny Detmer.
We were kind of searching for ourselves as a team, and I think playing against a great team in Southside, we really established some things, and it's going to give us a lot of momentum going into the next game. Every week we're 0-0. We got to focus and lock in, and it doesn't matter who we're playing, if they're undefeated or if they haven't won the game, because every team could come surprise us, and we just have to be ready at all times. We just got to focus on Somerset next. They beat Southside. They're a pretty good team, so we just got to step it up and fix all the mistakes we did.
I mean, they're always going to bring it, and we've played them in the past, and it's been tough games, and we just know they're going to bring it, and we got to be ready for that.
Kickoff between McCollum and Somerset will be at 7:30 p.m. Friday night at Bulldog Stadium. We'll be there for that game. We'll be there live starting at 5 on Friday. And some other kind of surprising teams that are now undefeated early in the season. Holmes and also Lanier, both 2-0. Wow.
Already excitement. Yep. And we'll be right back.
Isolated showers possible tomorrow afternoon. Otherwise, partly cloudy, back up near 100. And that's a trend the rest of the week. Right near 100, give or take a degree or two. By Wednesday through the weekend, nothing but sunshine. At least we'll have a little drop in the humidity, though.
Gotta stay cool, San Antonio.
That does it for the Night Beat. Don't forget GMSA at 4:30.
Have a good night.